We got to talk about that new crazy Star Wars Episode 9 poster. Is it real? Is it fake? What are people saying about it? We're going to break that down. Plus, a character sheet leaks on top of that, maybe confirming it, and definitely talking about some more crazy stuff. And we're doing Q&A, so bring any nerdy question you've got. This is another edition of Fan Chats Live here on the Den of Nerds. We do it for the fans. Oh yeah, we're doing it again. Again. Are you feeling that? You gotta let me know. Are you feeling that? Woo! It's too hot. Man, here we go. It's been a big day. Obviously, for the Star Wars fans among us. Welcome to another Fan Chats Live. I am, of course, Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. Small disclaimer, if you're new here, if you're not used to how we do things around here, this might not be the video for you. This is long form. We're going to get into some of this stuff. We're just hanging out, talking about this kind of stuff. It's going to be Q&A. Driven by a lot of the questions that people have. So if you're not into the long form stuff, if you prefer your edited videos, everything nice and tight, then this might not be the video for you. What's up, chat? I see you guys coming in there. If you do like long form, you like Q&A, you want to drop a question in here, I will answer every single super chat that comes in. Super chats, of course, help me out. They help the channel out. They're good. If you don't have any loot, don't even worry about it. Just drop your question into the regular chat. I will get to as many questions as I can while we are hanging on out talking about this Star Wars stuff. Okay, so we obviously got this leaked poster this morning. The big question, the first question, your first task, chat, I need to know, do you think this is real or do you think this is fake? I want to know what you guys think about this. I talked about this on the show earlier today. I am of the mind that it is real. Technically not the official movie poster, but I am of the mind that it is real. What do you guys think about this? Let's see here. Yes, real. Poster with no movie title equal fake. I'll address that in just a second. I think it's legit. See some legit, see some real, maybe. Real toss up. I don't think so. It's fake. There's no R2D2. Okay. This is awesome. This is really interesting. I'm like 99% sure that's real. Like personally, I'm 99% sure that's real. And that poster is actually what it is it is not for the movie. But I have this sneaking suspicion, dude. And we're gonna see in a little bit here that what this thing is. This is marketing, okay? This is like a marketing leak, and what I think this could be is a proof. I was talking to some people on Twitter about this. We think this could be a proof for what the poster will actually look like, and like the printing size and different things like that. It's like a proof to see how this image will look on certain things. This might even be some kind of promotional stuff or something that they give away at Star Wars Celebration. I would be surprised if they put the title on it at that point, and that is what we indeed get. I think that it is legit, okay? That's all I can say. We cannot guarantee that it's legit. I think that it's legit. And what I really mean here is that everything we see on this poster is an actual representation of what is in the film. The Goddess Divine asks, do you think Disney leaked it? That is a theory. A lot of people have that theory. They want to see how people are responding to these certain things like that. I don't think this was an official Disney leak, but it's hard to say because there's another leak that came right on the heels of this, which we're going to discuss in just a moment here. But first, let's pull up the image of this poster, and let us look at this fine thing together. Okay, because either way you slice, I think this is a pretty cool poster. I think, guys, I think it's real. I think it's real. And please, right away, let Kylo Ren be holding a saber like that. That's something I said on the show earlier today. But man, I'm totally serious with that. I'm totally serious. I think it's real, man. So I did the breakdown on the show earlier today. There's not really too much more that I want to get into, but some of this does go into the other league, which I'm going to bring up in just a second here. But just quickly, for those of you that maybe didn't go over the show, or we can go over some of this together. A lot of this stuff was confirmed in the leaks before. You kind of see Rey in the white. She's got sort of a new Jedi attire. It's like a cross between Jedi and some of the stuff that Padme was wearing in the original trilogies. You've got this character over here next to Chewbacca, which we believe is Lando's daughter. Okay. By the way, quick question to you guys in chat right now. Do you guys like hang out on the Star Wars Leaks Reddit? Like, are you in that subreddit? Do you guys Reddit? Let me know. Because there's been some interesting stuff. So there's supposedly a guy in that Reddit that was in the film as an extra, and he was like leaking all these different things about the movie. And one of the things that he was saying was that this character is, I forget what he called her, Vernanda or something like that. And that he's the daughter of Lando. And we've seen that character actually on the shots, on the leaked set photos where we had Finn and Poe and they were on the forest planet with like the weird horse things. She's there with them. So she's in that shot. So she's doing something. She definitely has a role to play in the film. Do I trust Reddit? Well, that's kind of an odd question. So it's like there's stuff that comes out on Reddit that is real. You have to look at who's leaking it and the moderator. You have to look at like what is that subreddit, because each subreddit has its own rules. So each subreddit has its own rules. It really depends on the subreddit. It depends on who the moderators are. It really depends. Like sometimes they will literally do like a credential check privately. Like the moderators will do a credential check and then give it sort of a go, right? And say like yes or no. So yeah, do I trust Reddit? Yeah, some of the time. Some of the time I don't. But yeah, I mean, look, the bottom line is this. Like, this is either 100% real, which, like, I'm telling you guys, 99% sure, I'm 99% sure that this is real. Here, hang on. Let me look something up real quick. Because there's an article that just came out by the AV Club, literally titled, "That leaked Star Wars Episode 9 poster is somehow real. This leaked image, blah, blah, blah. However, it's not a poster. It is, however, an actual piece of marketing imagery from Disney, likely meant for internal purposes only. Whoopsie daisy." Yeah, so it's promotional image. Like, it's real. It's gonna, and it potentially could be used in a number of different ways. So some of the things that they do here, guys, is they'll take images like this and then give this image to people that are either making toys or like pins or stickers or so, all sorts of weird stuff like that. So this could possibly be one of those images. The bottom line here is that it is an actual visual representation of what is going to be in the film, right? I mean, down to the cracked helmet, down to the outfits for Finn and Poe. This is Kerry Russell's character over here. And then the red stormtroopers, which, guys, I don't know if you noticed here, but the red stormtroopers, look at how there's different helmets, right? How like the one in the center has like that split helmet, almost reminds me of the Clone Wars clone troopers. You know what I mean? Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, not the official poster. And what, according to the AV Club, not even a poster at all, but official as a whistle. Yeah, am I excited for Knights of Ren? You damn right. I'm excited for the Knights of Ren. Are you kidding me? This is something that I've been dreaming about, man. I really want to see the Knights of Ren in action. And even these red stormtroopers are apparently connected to Kylo, and I think that they're going to be called like the Sith stormtroopers or something like that. They might be particularly adept at fighting or finding Force users, which is really, really cool. By the way, a couple of different things, guys. If you could like the stream, I always forget to do this. It would be very helpful. Also, later tonight, I am doing a live stream talking about all this craziness. I'm doing a live stream tonight with Girls with Sabers and James Razile from the Rebel Scum podcast. So those of you that are in this community that have been enjoying what Girls with Sabers does, which they make incredible content, great, great stuff. And those of you that like Rebel Scum podcast and James Razile, I'm going live with them later tonight, like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's pretty much the post. That's where I'm at with it. I am pretty damn sure that this is all the way legit and that we are getting our first taste of this real stuff here. Now let's talk about the other leak. Let's get into the other stuff, okay? Because this is kind of interesting too. And here, I'll pull this up like right there. Okay, have you seen this image? Have you seen this image? Holy cow, Harrison Ford with a super chat. Holy cow, guys. It's true, all of it. The poster leak, they're real. Well done, sir. Well done. I hope you consider that a good $2 well spent, because that is some high-level trollery. I love it. I love it. All right, so have you guys seen this image also from Reddit? Also, leaked. Actually leaked pretty close to right after the other one leaked, but most of us were too busy focused on the poster. Jason Ward did a piece about both of them. He did a piece about the poster and about these character sheet here. Okay, now I'll actually blow this up in just a little bit here so that you guys can see it. Can you see that okay? Let me know in chat. Second Street Marvel coming in hot with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much, brother. So can you guys see that or not? Let me know in chat. For some reason I couldn't access the article. I think his site was down or something like that. I was checking it out. Well, yeah, it's either way it's going to be blurry. I got to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll blow it up a little bit. In fact, for the sake of things, let's blow it up big time for a little bit here while we go over this. Okay, so these are character designs from internal. This is internal stuff. This is Disney. By the way, like I know how all this shit comes in. Like I remember I had a source that used to work at Lucasfilm, and they worked on The Force Awakens, they worked on Rogue One, and they worked on Last Jedi. And unfortunately, they did not work on Star Wars Episode 9, so I don't really have access to them anymore. But they would show me, I actually met this person at last Celebration, and they would just whipped out their laptop and showed me all these files that get passed around internal at Disney. So like this right here, I mean, who knows what this could be? This is probably marketing. This is probably just internal marketing stuff where they're literally taking these designs, doing different mashups, different posters, doing Photoshop work. So like graphic designers are working at this. Similar stuff to this could be done for costume work. You know what I mean? Like the costume department could have stuff that was like this. So like all this sort of stuff like is all internal, and then like occasionally people will leak it, because they want to get their internet fame or whatever, or their internet jollies for it. And God bless them, because we get to talk about it here, and it's dope. So let's get into this. We got Lando all the way on the left. Very cool, classic look for Lando. Rocking the cane, which I think is pretty badass, man. I mean, you got your old Billy D, and he does have trouble moving around these days. So, I mean, the cane makes sense to me. We got Chewbacca coming in next. Not really much to talk about with Chewbacca. Looks pretty much like Chewbacca. We know him. We love him. It's Chewie. Then we get Rey. A couple of different things I want to talk about with Rey. Obviously, this is exactly the same outfit, at least I think so, that she is wearing in the leaked poster, which, is not a poster, but whatever. It's that same thing. There's that possibility that she's covering up whatever that scar is. There's been a lot of talk about this scar and or bite and or something that Rey has on her upper arm, and that could be covered up with that leather there. I also think it's really interesting that she's using, Zori. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk some Zori. I also think it's really interesting that she has the lightsaber here that's not crackly. So there was some promotional material that leaked I want to say a couple weeks ago, that seemed to confirm that Rey was going to have a crackly lightsaber. And yet we're seeing in a lot of this internal stuff here from Disney that she does not have the crackly lightsaber. Now, what does that mean exactly? Is that just like, well, for marketing and stuff, we want to just have it look clean? Maybe. I don't really know. I don't know, and I don't know what to expect. So yeah. The Goddess Divine dropping in the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Do you think the names on these new characters are real or code names? I mean, I kind of have to believe that they're real. There would be, I mean, I can see where your head is at. Like perhaps they were faked, but I really don't think so. What would be the point of that? These people are probably under NDAs anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, Maverick says he's really glad there's no crackly lightsaber. Well, we don't know for sure, but I'm hoping there's no crackly lightsaber either. By the way, the lightsaber on the poster, and this is just because of the washed out background, but I think it looks really cool in white. And I actually think it would be dope if maybe Rey's saber like is somehow whiter than the blue. Like it's sort of just like purified. Like I kind of see her like ascending into almost this like Ahsoka the White kind of White Order kind of thing. Like I don't know. That's kind of just where my head goes with that because she's such a representation of the light side. But yeah, and then we get Jungle Poe and Jungle Finn. We've seen those outfits leaked and really, really reminiscent of some Han Solo with Finn over there. That's really cool. Kind of digging that. And then we get Zori. Okay, yes, Zori is the character that I just got this feeling that I'm just gonna love, man. I was not crazy about General Hux. I didn't think she was as bad as a lot of people think, but I just was not really into the character. And I was a little bit disappointed because Laura Dern is dope. And I just wanted a little bit more from Laura Dern. I wanted Laura Dern to be someone that I loved and admired in Star Wars. Zori, I really like Kerry Russell, mostly because of the Americans and Mission Impossible. I think she's badass. And I'm really hoping that Zori becomes a character that I really, really like. Just kind of cocky bounty hunter, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting a little bit of vibes of Asajj Ventress, you know what I mean? Just from the look, which is really, really cool. Then we have Jana. Now, this is either just some random resistance member, or this is indeed what some people have been leaking out there that this would be Lando's daughter. So let me know what you think about that. No, Zori is not a member of the Knights of Ren. At least that's not the way that she was described in the leaks thus far. Okay, so that is pretty much the new leak, guys. Just kind of what is going on in there. So let's just get into Q&A. I'm really interested. I'm interested in what you guys are thinking about. What character intrigues you? What are you most excited about? Yeah, so like let's just get into all that, man. What are you guys thinking out there? Zori is a droid? Maybe. I mean, who knows? I doubt it. I kind of feel like it's yeah, I don't know. Lance Corporal Kitty says, I feel like Lando's daughter would be dressed more stylishly. Maybe, unless she sort of rejected that. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of ways that they could go with that. But on the surface level, I totally agree with you, Lance Corporal Kitty. Like I totally agree with you. Could be off the scent with that one. Do I like Rey's outfit? Yes, I really do. I really do like Rey's outfit. I'm excited to see what they do with the Rey character in this movie. I'm a fan of the Rey character. I'm not one of those Rey haters. Although, to be fair, there are missed opportunities with her character and with her arc. And I think that she does need to struggle a little bit more. And there's some things that I wish they had done a little bit differently. I mostly like the character because of her moments with Finn in The Force Awakens. The acting is just so brilliant. Like I feel like Daisy Ridley just brings this like purity and this joy to the character, but at the same time she's like super naive and it doesn't really understand the galaxy. It's a cool character. Like I like the character. I want to see her ultimately face more of her responsibility. I want to see like the Luke. We get this crazy jump with Luke from the end of Empire into the beginning of the Return of the Jedi, and Luke's just totally different. You know what I mean? Like he's just wiser, he's powerful, he's stoic. I want to kind of see that from Rey as well. And I know that that's like counterintuitive to some of the complaints about her character, where people are like, "Oh, I want her to be, to have more training and blah blah blah." But that's kind of what I'm hoping for, and I do want to. But I do want to see her struggle. I mean, like we'll just see how it all goes down. But her struggle is more of has to do with Kylo Ren and her friends and everything like that. Rey always looks like everyone is wasting her time. I don't know about that. Maybe a little bit. Are you going to Celebration this year? You're darn tootin'. I'm going to Celebration this year. I'm going to Star Wars Celebration. I couldn't be more excited about it. I'm going with Al Schuler. Executive producer Al Schuler is going to be going with me. And my good buddy Angelo, and hopefully one of our other producers, one of our other camera guys. Why Kylo's so whack? Because he's messed up, man. Because he's messed up. He's manipulated by a dark lord for most of his life. Could the trailer be shown at Celebration? Yes, definitely. There's no way they're not. There's no way they're not showing that trailer at Celebration. I will riot. I will personally riot if that happens. Let's see here. RG2088 dropping in hot with the super chat for $10. Do you think we will see the Knights Ren in Star Wars Resistance before we see them in Episode 9? There is a theory that the children of Tahar are from the planet where Rey has her vision. Oh, interesting. I actually did not know about that. I'm actually not super up on Star Wars Resistance. It's not exactly my cup of tea. At least the first couple episodes were not. No, I didn't know that. I mean, do I think that? I don't know. Maybe. I kind of feel like JJ would be a little bit more protective of that. All bets are off, though, for once they show up in Star Wars Episode 9. But I don't know. I mean, they could potentially show them there. I don't see why not, and that would be a cool little thing. I'm actually kind of thinking that vision that we get of Rey's Forceback vision could potentially be in the future. She could potentially be seeing something in The Force Awakens that is paid off in Star Wars Episode 9. That would be really cool for me. I'd be like, okay, that is really good circular storytelling. And I'd be excited to see that. I also hope, and I'm a big let me know if you guys want this or not. I'm very interested in the chat. Please let me know. Do you want the Knights of Ren to become the new Sith? Like, I want the Knights of Ren, no matter what happens to Kylo Ren and Rey at the end of Star Wars Episode 9, I want the Knights of Ren to still be around, to have a new leader. If they're dead, that's what I want. That is what I want. I see a lot of yes. I see a lot of yes. New Sith or new Jedis. Yes, yes. Yes, definitely bless Al Schuler. Definitely. Can you tell, is Rey holding Luke's lightsaber repaired? Yes, I believe so. I see a lot of yeses. I see a lot of yeses. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. C144 says no! And he's pretty upset about it. There's a lot of capital letters in there. Dude, Star Wars Celebration is amazing. Ferdinand. Dude. Damn. Star Wars Celebration is a good time. I'm super excited. Yeah, well, it's supposed to, Tucker, says, I don't know, I thought it was supposed to conclude things. It's the end of the Skywalker saga, but it's not the end of the galaxy. You know what I mean? Also, think about this. Like, what if we see the Knights of Ren, kind of persist, the next time we pick up on them could be decades later. And then what if they're like, okay, so go with me on this journey. And Harrison Ford, I totally see your super chat. We're going to get you there in a second. Imagine this. The First Order wins, but Kylo sort of like either loses or lays down his arms to help some way, but the First Order is still in charge of the galaxy. But there's some kind of like moral victory for Rey at the end of the film, like something to do with the Force, perhaps just turning Ben, her and Ben go into exile, something like that, okay? We pick up on the story like 50 years later, and the First Order is just, or like whatever, it's in charge of everything. And it's a truly totalitarian thing. It's just like the Empire at the beginning of A New Hope. completely. And instead of Sith, like in the prequels, there was all the Jedi, there'd be all the Knights of Ren. So like Knights of Ren would be on every planet. There would be this order. They all idolize the old supreme leader, Kylo Ren. And then meanwhile, Ben Solo now is like this old guy who's been in exile for so long. And then like when he comes back, there could be this thing where they want him back on their side and to be the emperor, and they're after him. He's trying to stop them, like craziness like that. So that's kind of what I think would be really cool. Harrison Ford with the 250 super chat says, that is not Ben in the poster. That's Matt Smith. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that shit, bro. Look, I talk about Endgame all the time. I love me some Endgame. Of course, I want to talk some Endgame, but it's I mean, we got some dope Star Wars leaks today. We got to talk Star Wars, man. I am a Star Wars fan. You're gonna have to like be okay with that. Matt Smith is a liar. Cake Jack says. I think what you're referring to is when he said that he's not in Star Wars Episode 9. So you think that was a lie? Is that what you're saying? Endgame got leaked. Did you hear? Yeah, I hear that every day. Yeah, an unhinged Vader. Do I think Vader will, or do I think Kylo Ren will die? I saw that question in the chat. I don't know. It's pretty. I think it's reasonable to say that he's gonna die. I think that's reasonable. I mean, I think there's a lot of precedence for that, but I don't necessarily know. I know a lot of people want him to live. He could live. I would like for him to live. He's one of my favorite characters. I think he's really cool. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I think he could die? Absolutely. In fact, I'd say it's probably a 60 to 70% chance that he dies. How about that? How about that? What did John Boyega say on Instagram to spoil? I didn't hear anything that he said. The only thing that I heard, he said some stuff before they even went to go shoot a long time ago that people still bring up. And that's about it. I don't think he'll die. They might be too scared to do that. I don't know. I mean, the end of the Skywalker saga kind of implies that he would die. You know what I mean? I don't think the poster is fake. Geo Bricks. It's not an official poster, but I think it's real. Poe better live, you said? Yeah, Poe's cool. By the Phase 2 clones, the Red Stormtroopers. Maybe. I mean, Kylo did say that. Maybe. Somebody said he spoiled something on Instagram? Well, I'd have to know for sure. I don't know about that. Dominic Monaghan as Jack and Jason Sandula. Wow, that'd be really cool, actually. I'd like that. Oh, sad Hamill. Oh, you son of a gun. Yeah, exactly. It's not the main poster, but yeah, it's real. Oh, please, man. Ferdinand, if that's why you like the channel, that's bad because I'm so bad with names. Like, I can't even get, like, American, just average Joe names right. I'm bad with it. If I got yours right, total fluke. Total fluke. A wild Han appears behind me, indeed. Yep. I see you in there, Raylos. I see you in there. Yeah. So, Matthew, that's a very good question. What's up with Luke? I was talking to James Rosile on Facebook chat. We're just kind of chatting back and forth about the live stream we're going to do tonight. And he was like, Mark Hamill has tweeted twice about this poster saying he thinks it's fake. And I was like, yo, what does that guy know anyways? And the truth is, and I said this to James, and I actually kind of believe it. The truth is that Hamill is probably just mad that he's not on there. You know what I mean? Like, Hamill's probably just butthurt that he's not on the poster. Ooh, do I think they'll end up with a split galaxy where some of the territory belongs to the First Order and some to the Resistance? That would be really cool. That would be sweet. The live stream tonight is going to be on Girls with Sabers channel, and I will link it in the community tab here. The exiling would be a more surprising, definitely a more surprising ending. I would like that ending a lot more. And those could definitely be the Goddess Divine. I don't even know if he said as much about the cameo. I don't know. I think it would be a mistake to only do a cameo, but at the same time, like I try to wrap my head around like how they could make that work. Maybe it's literally just a little bit of screen time, but something really significant. Um, what's up, Girls with Sabers? I was just telling people about the live stream later. Yeah. Oh man, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, the clones. Yeah. Man, I do think those could be some clones. It would kind of tie back into what he was saying before. How much time, let me ask you guys this in chat. How much time do you think has passed between these films? Like 1 or 2 years? 3 years? 5 years? One year? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? No, let's hope not. One year. 69 years. 2 years minimum. I'm kind of on that page. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 years has been corroborated by a lot of different people and a lot of different leaks. So, yeah, 1 to 2 years makes sense. And I think in that time, Kylo has sort of just expanded the First Order, taken over more, given more wealth, if the leaks are to be believed, given more wealth and prosperity to the core worlds or to a bunch of worlds that are now showing a bunch of support for him. And a lot of what they're talking about in the leaks is like Kylo recruiting a lot of different armies. So like Kiri Russell as a bounty hunter is apparently hired by Kylo just like either as protection or a part of his personal army. The red stormtroopers they're like very loyal to Kylo. So like the white stormtroopers and the red stormtroopers might be at odds. Like Kylo might be forming his own kind of army within the First Order because he's afraid of being usurped. Girls with Sabers, the super chat coming in hot. Smash the like button, guys. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. Or she's hired by Hux to kill Kylo. That could be. But they said that Kylo was going to get an army of like bounty hunters, pirates, his own troopers, like sort of a mishmash of people. Tucker says that the C-3PO's memory MacGuffin leak stuff sounds like it could be interesting or just really annoying exposition. Really depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Is it a memory? Is it something that Anakin hid within the code a long time ago? Who knows? Do I think that Anakin will be in Episode 9? I'm starting to believe that. Yeah, I'm starting to get on that page. Again, though, what if it's just a scene with Luke and Anakin as Force ghosts, and maybe they don't even have dialogue, and it's just a repeat of like the end of Return of the Jedi with all the Force ghosts? I'd be okay either way. It just gets really risky. Like, not just because it's Hayden Christensen. I think Hayden can act. I think George just didn't know how to direct him, and maybe Hayden is, a little stiff. Which, by the way, they say that apparently Daisy Ridley was very stiff with her first couple of days on the set of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and JJ literally like made her cry and like really shook her up and stuff, which is crazy because she's so good and she's so good in that film. But yeah, so it's just risky if you bring Hayden in for like actual dialogue and scenes because it's just so weird. Although at this point you could make the argument that The Last Jedi has sort of opened up the book for the weirdness to commence. So perhaps it's time to just get really weird with it, man. And we've got Luke Force Ghost, we got Anakin Force Ghost, maybe they're, playing pool, Force Ghost pool in Kylo's chambers, just messing with him all day long, and he's just like, "Oh my god, will you guys stop it?" You know what I mean? And yeah. Yeah, John Stark says there's too much going on in that poster. Here's the thing, though. That's kind of a Star Wars thing. That's the way Star Wars posters are, is like to have too much going on. That's kind of their thing. Also, what people are saying is that it's actually not technically a poster, that is something internal for Disney marketing, but maybe not a poster. Like that could be like the back packaging for toys, for a toy series or something. You know what I mean? But it's real. Do I think Yoda will turn up one last time? I'm undecided on that. There were rumors that he was coming back, and then we really don't know. I would love to see Kylo using his lightsaber like Ahsoka. Yeah, absolutely. J.J. Abrams said that everything will be in Episode 9. He said something to that effect for sure. Yeah, RG 2088. Yep, that's very true. If the Force child thing is real, then yeah, she would need some time. Will they use Luke's promise to be with Kylo? Hopefully. I would think that would be really cool. Like him sort of tormenting him. I do think that would be pretty awesome. So yeah, that would be cool. And thank you for the super chat, my friend. I want me in Episode 9, says Harrison Ford. Need the bucks. I'm sure you do. But aren't you about to be in the next Indiana Jones? What will the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer give us? You know, it's hard to say, really. So the Last Jedi's trailer was really, really good. Like, no matter what you feel about the movie, the trailer was really good, man. It was mysterious. It was like visually interesting. It was really cool. It gives you a lot to think about. I'm hoping for something equally as intriguing. Perhaps the secrets of the MacGuffin. Perhaps talking about what the stakes are. You know what I mean? Rey in the future, Kylo in the future. The Goddess Divine with another super chat coming on in. Are we going to get an Ahsoka mention / cameo? Sorry for blowing up the super chat. Look, you definitely don't have to apologize for blowing up the super chat. It supports the channel. Thank you. Do I think we're going to get an Ahsoka thing? I mean, obviously I want that. I mean, I want Ahsoka to be in there. But if this really is the end of the Skywalker saga, unless Ahsoka has something that's really functional to that end, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna say that I don't want that because it'll distract. It'll distract away from that. You know what I mean? Like if there's a way that they can do it where it doesn't take away from the impact of the Skywalkers and the conflict between Kylo and Rey, then yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, Ahsoka being the teacher to Rey that Luke wasn't, that would be super cool. Do I think Episode 9 will be better received by the fan base? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think what JJ is going to do in Episode 9 is give us just absolutely incredible Star Wars moments. Like there's rumors of a zero gravity lightsaber duel. There's rumors of the biggest space battle you've ever seen in Star Wars, like an actual legit space battle. There's just rumors of some really cool stuff. So it's going to give us like amazing stuff that we'll always be talking about. Stuff that's akin to the Vader scene in Rogue One. On top of that, it's going to be dripping wet with nostalgia. Dripping wet with nostalgia all over it. Lando's coming back. They're spending a lot of time and money on Carrie, giving her a proper send-off. Luke Skywalker is in the film in some capacity, maybe even Vader. Kylo, Rey, and Ren will have their situation, their conflict, and their what I think is going to ultimately be some kind of a romance that will all be resolved. And I think that when you combine those things, I almost feel no matter how you felt about The Last Jedi, you will enjoy those things. And this might be one of those things where you're like, man, really didn't like The Last Jedi, but overall this trilogy was really cool. For people that did like The Last Jedi, like myself, it's like, dude, it's like all the way. Like all the way. And I still think it's going to be better than The Last Jedi. You know what I mean? Because The Last Jedi's got problems. If you don't think The Last Jedi's got problems, God bless your heart. Do you think Rey will outlast the Skywalker saga and appear in future Star Wars movies? Branch Ranch coming in hot with the $4.99 super chat. I'm not really sure. Let's read your other super chat here, and then I'll try to kind of answer both of them. Since Rey is likely not a Skywalker, do you think Rey will outlast the Skywalker saga? Oh, okay. So that's... Okay, so these are both kind of the same question. I don't know if you meant to do that or not. Do you think Rey will outlast the Skywalker saga and appear in future Skywalker movies? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. There's two things that I think of. With that question. Number one, I think of a comment that Daisy Ridley made back in the day where she said she was done after 9. She did make that comment. There's also conversely something that Kathy Kennedy was saying in an interview where she was talking about doing movies in the future with these characters, and she said Finn, Poe, and Rey. So you see where I'm at with it? Maybe yes, maybe no. Will Rey outlive the Skywalkers? It depends if Kylo dies, obviously. Maybe she will. And maybe she'll be the only thing left with the child, which is technically has Skywalker blood in it, but it's really like her child. And maybe she'll be trying to keep that from them, make the same old mistake. Yeah. So, but thank you so much, Ranch Branch. I appreciate that, man. How cool do you think it would be if Qui-Gon showed up connecting episodes 1 to 9 and fulfilling the Skywalker saga? That would be amazing. Give me that Qui-Gon. He wouldn't show up, though. It would just be their voice, which would be perfect. If Luke is with Kylo, then what about your theory about Force Ghosts not being able to show up in dark side users? Yeah, right? Yeah, it's good. It's a good point there, Maverick. But here's the thing. Two ways I think of it. The training that was given to Obi-Wan by Qui-Gon, which Qui-Gon passed down to Yoda at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Yoda says, training I have for you. The training on how to come back from death was by the Shaman of the Wills. Qui-Gon messed around with the Shaman of the Wills, figured out some crazy secret, was able to come back. His transcendence back, though, was incomplete. He could not manifest himself physically. He could only speak to Yoda. And it was only Yoda, because Yoda was so, strong with the Force. But he eventually is able to communicate with Obi-Wan. He teaches Obi-Wan how to come back. Anakin gets no such training. And we have to assume that neither does Luke. But perhaps because they are the line of the Chosen One, they are created by the Force, by the midichlorians, perhaps that's a different kind of Force ghost. So maybe Luke can manifest himself in front of Kylo because it's a different thing. Or maybe Kylo isn't really on the dark side. Maybe he is capable of the dark side and he goes to the dark side, but as he is pulled to the light, as he sort of bounces back and forth, perhaps he can see these ghosts. Because what I think is so interesting here is that, like, Kylo is obsessed with talking to Vader. He really wants to speak to Vader. He wants to commune with his grandfather and all that, right? But if his grandfather was saved and he's a Force ghost, maybe he can't because he is, dark side. He's on the dark side right now. And so maybe to get what he wants to commune with Anakin, he has to go to the light. He has to go to the light. Do you think Kerry Russell's character will be on the dark or the light? I'm hoping dark. I want her to be dark. Dark side. I want her to be brutal, sassy, smart, strong, violent, conniving. That's what I want. What do I think will make more? Endgame or Star Wars Episode 9? Probably Endgame. But it'll be close. It'll be closer than many people think. Star Wars Episode 9 is going to make a buttload of money. But Endgame is going to pop $2 billion at least. And think about it. Like, even if Episode 9 does like 1.7, 1.8, I mean, is it going to crack like 2.4, 2.6 or whatever crazy thing that Endgame does? I don't think so. Brian Miller coming in hot with the $5 super chat. The poster appears to be more of an assembly of leaked rumors put into a piece of artwork. It's really well done, but not real. No Lando equal not real. Brian Miller, I'm sorry to tell you, my friend, but that is real. That is a real poster. At least I'm being told it's real. And I'm being told that it's maybe not a poster, but that it is representative of what will actually be in the film. And I'm not the only person that thinks that. Jeremy Conrad thinks it's real. Jason Ward thinks it's real. These are people that break scoops for a living. Look up the article on AV News. But we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. It could technically be fake. I think it's real. I think it's as real gets, man. Yeah, it's not the official poster, though. Where's Mara? Where's Luke? Where's Lando? Where's Leia in the poster? Holy crap, you're right. Good thing it's not the official poster. And by the way, Mara Jade's not going to be in the movie. The Kerry Russell is playing a character called, what is it? What's her name, guys? Zira? Could be a Target exclusive poster. I think that poster looks rock and roll, man. Do I think Carrie's character would try to kill Kylo Ren? I hope not. I hope Carrie's character falls for Kylo Ren. And I hope Kylo Ren, in his anger at Rey, has an affair with Kerry Russell. That's what I hope. Yes, love triangle. Reylo, love triangle. That's what I want. I know people are all upset. Hey, I want to remind everybody that is in the chat, in just about an hour, and I'm going to get off here in just a second so that I can rest my brain a little bit before this next live stream. In just about an hour, I will be live streaming with Girls with Sabers and James Razile from the Rebel Scum podcast. We are going to be live streaming, talking about all this stuff, and Girls with Sabers will be running the show and moderating over there. I'm looking forward to having a conversation about Star Wars and Reylo. Yeah, right? Goddess Divine, wouldn't that be crazy? Bow, chicka, bow, wow. You in trouble now, Kylo. I think Rey was mad in the throne room scene. Damn! Coming for him now. Vans, I can't even tell if you're being serious or not, but thank you either way. Where will the live stream be at? It will be on the Girls with Sabers YouTube channel, which I highly recommend you guys check out. And I will link the live stream in the community tab on our channel. So you'll be able to find it there. And I'll probably tweet about it as well. 7 p.m. in about an hour, about 48 minutes. Going down. Yeah, Cortex Zero, it's going down. Get your freaking popcorn. Jason Sandula in Star Wars Episode 9, yes or no? Same answer that I give to Ahsoka. Yes, as long as it's handled tactfully and doesn't take away from the very important things that they have to accomplish in this movie. That's what I'm saying. All right, guys, I'm going to do 2 more questions, and then I'm getting on out of here. And I'm going to rest my brain and get ready for this next little live stream. What new leaks you think we're getting now that we have these? I'll tell you this. I think we're at the cusp of leak city. I think we've already kind of been at the cusp of leak city, but nothing has been officially like confirmed. I think that this kind of stuff, these kind of leaks are going to start happening all over the place. It's going to be just like, bye girls with sabers. I'll see you soon. It's gonna be just like what's happening with Avengers Endgame. It'll be closed up, but like stuff's gonna leak. It always leaks. And yeah, we're gonna be breaking down a ton of it. So I think we're heading into that. I think we're heading into the craziness. Josh, will episode 9 show Obi-Wan? I'd love for episode 9 to show Obi-Wan. Love for episode 9 to show Obi-Wan. I think it's the same answer for me. Unless it's really important to what's going on in the story. Unless it can be handled in a way that doesn't detract from all the other things that we need to have happen, then yeah. I mean, like, obviously I want Obi-Wan. All right, guys, we're going to call it there. Thank you guys so much. Chill out for a little bit. Come to the Girls with Sabers channel at 7 Eastern Standard Time, 6 Central Time. Just in about an hour, in about 45 minutes, we're going to be going live over there. You know, maybe we'll be a little delayed. You know, things happen. And I'll see you guys really soon, okay? As I always say, I hope you have an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video, which is like in 45 minutes. I'll see you guys real soon.